This is Dee with Divine Owl, and I wanted to go back over that reading that I did on Friday about the earthquake in Alaska. And indeed, they did have a 7.0, and they indeed had tsunami warnings, just like the reading was saying. So, tsunami warnings, just like my reading was saying. But they gave me the Two of Cups, and that um, was talking about another earthquake. They were basically talking about mirror quakes, basically, is what they were talking about. So I should have known there was a second one. I knew about the one in Alaska, and it would strike this weekend. But the one in Haiti is the one that I missed, and there's over 700 dead there, last count. The other thing that concerns me, and I've got my eyes on it, excuse me, is down here in the South Sandwich Islands, um, Antarctica region. This fault line here is popping off a lot. And I felt like something was going to come up out of the sea, and this is just constantly rumbling right now. See, you can see all these. And something raising up out of the sea may be this area. From that reading, when you look at the plates here and you see how it's where it's at and it's popping off all along here on the edge of the very end of it. Um, this could be the area that they're talking about. Something raising up out of the sea from the seafloor, possibly. I don't know. It caught my eye. It's had my attention for 2 days now. And that area is, yeah. This is just listing earthquakes over 2.5 in magnitude. If we change that, you'd see this whole thing is, yeah, something's going on down here. There are some other islands up here off of Argentina. And yeah, I have a feeling that that needs to be looked at. Um, anyway, I just wanted to say something. There was a nurse in Germany that was replacing vaccines with saline, and they're suspecting a whole lot of those happened. She did on social media say that she had her doubts about that vaccine, and so she, you have to wonder when. Here's the other thing. Before I say that, there's a whole bunch of healthcare workers that are walking off their jobs because of the mandates with the vaccine. And if you haven't asked yourself, why would a healthcare worker risk losing their job to avoid that vaccine? Mind you, they're medically trained. Any alarm bells going off yet? Any? Anybody? Really? If healthcare workers are willing to lose their jobs to avoid that vaccine, and half the population's instinct is to not partake in their little scam, well, 2 plus 2 equal 4. I'm not being a smartass. I'm just pointing out facts. Or maybe I am being a smartass. You decide. I'm irritated beyond words because there's protests going on and people are getting stabbed at the protest because of this vaccine, the great divide they keep telling me about. Whether you got the shot or didn't get the shot is beside the point. But killing each other over it, well, you're not passing the test. You're just not. You're just not passing. Anyway, if a nurse is willing to risk going to jail to replace shots with saline, and healthcare workers are willing to lose their jobs to not get vaccinated, that should tell you something, if you bothered to pay attention. Unfortunately, many fell for the media's lies. That's what they do best. Manipulation, coercion, all these things going on. Madness, utter madness. And until October, I have a feeling it's going to be madness. And not just madness on the part of the population. I don't care race, religion, ET group, who you relate to or identify with. It doesn't matter. All of them were created by the same being. All of them. And they all need to learn how to get along and quit letting manipulation tactics divide them. It's pretty simple. So, race, religion, creed, whatever. Doesn't matter. Absolutely doesn't. Like I said a long time ago, you're all praying to the same set of gods. You hadn't figured it out yet. Anyway, I just wanted to go over that reading that I did, the results. There's more coming. I feel it. Like I said, the South Sandwich Islands have my attention. And I think they may be pointing that direction. Just for, excuse me, just for a last check. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah, the South Sandwich Islands, we still have a little bit going on in Alaska. Like I said, I don't think Alaska's over with yet, and the South Sandwich Islands has got my attention. And I do know that the Caribbean is definitely um, having a few too. So, it's interesting they point this out in the readings to me. Anyway, I hope that I get a little better at picking up what they're trying to tell me because I missed Haiti. Nailed Alaska. Nailed it. Um, the thing that goes through my mind when I'm getting hits like this on readings all the time, even down to time and place. Remote viewers can't even manage that one. They can remote view what happens, but not when it's going to happen or where it's going to happen. The something interesting that a remote viewer brought up. Um, they asked the question that I've asked my husband: are the remote viewers manifesting what they're remote viewing, or is the tasker manifesting what they're remote viewing? And then I've asked my husband that question before. I know I affect the environment. I know I can affect insects, birds, animals in general. Atmokinesis, the cloud storms. But the thought crossed my mind, am I the one setting the earthquakes in motion? Or are these other things that are happening? Because the remote viewers suspect that that could be exactly what's happening. You're all creators, some a lot more powerful than others. And if that's true, we all know I can manifest. We already know that. Manifested the exact kind of coaster I wanted in less than 24 hours, and many other things. With just a self satisfied thought, just a little thing that passed through my mind in passing, literally. That coaster? That was the first clue. The fact that it had an eagle on it, because I didn't ask for the eagle. The fact that it had a representation of Zeus on it was just kind of icing on the cake. I don't know. But am I manifesting these things, these events? There's still a lot going on. And I'm trying to figure out if that's what's going on there. Because it could be. Because I can manipulate the holodeck. And was it meant to happen? The dance of Kali? And was I the one triggering the events? I always ask why. And those things do roll through my head. They would yours too if you had these very things going on. The remote viewers are asking those questions about themselves. Mm. So I guess we'll see. But I do know that they're giving me a lot of information about something incoming that we all need to know about. And I'm going to do another reading right after I get done closing out this video. So I will do a reading, and this is soon. This is over this coming week, the next 7 days. Some events that are sticking out to me that I know are going to happen. Am I manifesting it? I don't know. Couldn't tell you for sure. I just know when my husband and I dance together, bad things happen. Hmm, not sure. Okay. Like I said, don't fall for the BS. Quit listening to the damn news. They're lying to you anyway. You're better off just figuring it out on your own. Seriously. And why can't we have more heroes like that nurse that stand up for what they believe in? More heroes like those healthcare workers that walked off their jobs over the mandate. And why are there so many that are so spineless? I know there's a lot of people passing the test and a lot of them failing. And the test isn't whether you got the vaccine. The test wasn't were you smart enough to pick up on that it was a bad idea. That's not the test. The test is how you behave toward the ones that did or didn't. That's the test. And do you rat out your friends and family and your neighbors? That's another test. What are you made of? I guess we're all going to see. Anyway, I'm going to do some more readings. And, somebody said one time that I wasn't powerful. Hmm, maybe that's their fear talking. I don't know. Anyway, just one FYI. I am testing that theory about am I manifesting these things. I'll let you know what I find out. Now, the readings are one thing, but I'm trying to manifest outside of the readings themselves, trying to test the theory, and I'll let you know the results. There's only one other person on the planet that knows what the test is, and that's my husband. So we'll see what happens. I'll let you know the results. Anyway, I hope you have a really good week, considering we are going through the apocalypse, the dance of Kali, and a lot of other things all at the same time. A lot of people are waking up with all the crazy going on, and a lot of them can't handle it. And people are acting very strangely. So do your best to, yeah, keep to yourselves when you can, when when and wherever possible, because people seem to be losing their minds. It is the coronavirus, after all. Mind virus. Yeah. Mind virus, all right. Anyway, hang in there and be good to as many people as you can and help them out if you can. And be mindful of the test. You know, it's one other thing. My husband, he's not up right now, but somebody was talking about there's no pass or fail because the New Age movement has been teaching them there's no pass or fail when it comes to the test. Because they want you to fail. The New Age movement was infiltrated. So anybody that's telling you that there's no pass or fail, you are informed incorrectly. So do what you can to pass. I guess we'll see what happens. And if you guys have made some error in judgment, do your best to undo that karma somehow for your sake. Okay? Anyway, have a really, really good week, and I'll do a reading to try to give you guys a heads up about what's going to happen. Revelations, right? This is the time of the book of Revelation. The age of Aquarius, the very beginning of it. This is kind of, it feels like the colander effect, separating the noodles from the water. Anyway, later, guys.